So here's the thing, right? It's saying the Empire Motel right off Florence near Crenshaw. So Florence is obviously the borderline, right? So they're saying that this is the motel right on this intersection, basically Florence Ave, Crenshaw Boulevard. So this is right at the border. This is the front line of this gang war, realistically. This is a gang beef, straight front line. I would not want to be anywhere near. This is a PSA to everybody out there in LA. This little stretch of land here is a no-go zone right now. Do not go here. Do not be around here. This is absolutely the last place you would want to be. Don't get caught up leaving that SoFi Stadium thinking it's sweet, having a walk down Crenshaw, trying to see a Nipsey mural. Do not go here. PSA, do not go here, okay? So, sort of during that whole, during that whole kind of, very, very vicious, back and forth or whatever you want to call it, okay? They actually
That's crazy, bro. Tourists can't even go see Nip, bro.
did mention, they did actually mention Darby Park. So Darby Park is kind of the main, it says here, it's the main hangout and ground zero area for IngleWood family gangster blood members. Over the last 5 decades off of Arbor Vitae, formerly 92nd, and Crenshaw Boulevard. While a well-kept, scenic, and family-oriented park at face value, it overlooks the SoFi Stadium from a hill. Darby Park is notoriously known as one of the most dangerous parks in the county and on the west side, as several incidents have resulted in both rival gang members and civilians being murdered here in recent years and past decades, giving it the reputation of a place you probably should only visit if you're IngleWood family gangster blood affiliated or a non-affiliate that's from IngleWood and familiar with the area. Okay, so they got pictures from Google Maps of the park. They... You notice the bloods, all right? They're just straight red tarmac, all right? They even got pickleball over there. I would not want to play in this park any time of day. And this is right by the stadium. They're saying this overlooks the SoFi Stadium, but this is not a place to be right now, okay? See the SoFi Stadium. That might be the last thing you see. Even the trees are bloods. Okay, that might be the last thing you see if you pop up over there. You want to go see a little soccer game. Do not go here. Definitely do not go here. Not the place to be right now, right? The parking for the stadium right there and the spot where you might lose your life is just over here. So people need to be very, very careful, all right? I'll be real with you. People need to be very, very careful around this whole area, okay? It's right by the SoFi. And I'll keep it real with you. A lot of these gangbangers that you're seeing in these videos, I'm not doing any disrespect at all, but you guys need to be careful because you're causing chaos and starting a gang war right down the street from the World Cup. And if a lot of gangbangers talking about, yeah, don't play with my money. SoFi and FIFA International do not play about their money. They will lock you up for 100 years if you play with their money. So I would suggest everybody involved in this to be a little bit careful about what they're doing. So obviously, when they were beating that guy up, they weren't.
Yeah, it's been something going on, bro. I just seen some clips of some youngsters talking about they gonna go up to No Jumper looking for Munchie.
Just shouting out Darby Park, but they were also saying, F Shady Blue. Now, there's a lot of different Shady Blues that have come from the Crips over the years, okay, including Lil Shady Blue. Now, according to Reddit, this is one of Nipsey Hussle's right-hand men and was mentioned to him in a lot of songs, like this 2009 song, Strapped, where he basically shouts out Shady Blue. He says, Slawson, N-word, I bet you get banged on. All right, let me go. No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to read more of this, all right? I'm going to read more of this because this whole verse, low-key, it kind of makes a lot of sense to what's going on with this situation. Just a message for you stupid Crips and stupid Bloods. Look, I'm not as stupid as y'all thought I was. Come through your block and let y'all talk about who cocked the slug. Slick shit, ruthless, scandalous Crip shit. While I was raised on stunt and get your brains blown. Slawson, I bet you get banged on. That's what my dude Shady Blue got the gauge for. That's what my dude Black Sam got the Mac for. Feds front on my spot. I'm running out the back door. Right?
Trap was just spitting that shit. It sounded good with the little London accent. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Rest in peace, Nip, bro.
So Shady Blue is definitely a name, that is definitely historic and respected when it comes to the big Crips. But according to Reddit, okay, his name's been brought up in a lot of different situations, okay, and it says, y'all probably been wondering what happened with Lil Shady Blue and why Nipsey stopped talking about him. This is one of Nip's right-hand man. Truth of the matter is Shady's name ended up on some paperwork dealing with a murder. Nip says Shady's name in a song called Strapped, okay? So obviously they're referencing that. People saying he went to West Angle's church, used to sing in the choir with Aunt Mildred. I bet right now he was wishing he stuck to praising the Lord. Said bro turned into a straight up. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to say that in case that's offensive, but I don't even know what that means. Okay, but yeah, this a serious person. Okay, but there's different Shady Blues, so I don't know exactly who they was dissing, but they was dissing a Shady Blue of some sort. Okay, there's also Tiny Shady Blue, aka Shady Blue 4. Okay, a lot of different Shady Blues out here. This is Tiny and Infant.
Said, I'm from West Side, California. They run up on you. Ask you where you from and check your tests under your clothing. Nigga, boy.
Shady Blue, that's an ugly sight. All right. Listen, I'm not telling you anyone's an ugly sight. I'm just saying this is what's out here. This is what's going on. This is what's being posted. Now, Infant Shady Blue unfortunately died in a car crash in November 2020. This is kind of a little bit of backstory. This is Tiny Shady Blue paying tribute to Infant Shady Blue on the day after he passed away. He said, this shit crazy, B. Like, you beat death 3K times, laying in that bed with them bullets in your body just to go out like that. I guess it was our time to part ways finally. You already know how we rocked. We did the unthinkable together. We stayed down through it all, being at the lowest of the low. Now we was up and having it our way. Like, really no worries, B. Until we meet again. The shit bulletproof. You know how I'm gonna keep that name lit. You know we had it rolling. They love the pack. 3K amigos for life. Scan less for Shady. SIP Shady Blues. So Tiny would also get a tattoo on his forehead the same day that said Shady Blue 5. So this is how serious they repping the Shady Blue moniker that has been passed down from kind of generation to generation, from member to member. It's a very, very, it's an important piece of the history on the blue side. Now, this is the vigil for Infant with the whole gang there. So, basically Shady Blue, as I said, Shady Blue 5 world, he was beloved by the members, okay? Unfortunately, Infant Shady Blue passed away in November 2020, and then Tiny Shady Blue actually passed away the following year on April 2021, and allegedly, reportedly, the IngleWood family gangster bloods may well have been responsible for this, okay? He actually, I believe, maybe it was after midnight, but it said he was, no, so it was actually at the end of March. Danaeus Delman Nicholas, Nichols, a 24-year-old black man, died on Wednesday, March the 31st, being shot near 110 East Palmdale Boulevard in Palmdale. And
shit senseless, bro. He said, y'all need to stop using the word nigga. Oh, mama's the nigga. You know what I'm talking about.
And, unfortunately, he passed away. There's actually kind of a Reddit thread about this when it happened, and there's a lot of interesting information on there. It says Tiny Shady Blue from Rollin 60s allegedly killed by IngleWood families in Palmdale. Some of his tweets a few weeks before he got killed show that he knew death was around the corner. Rest in peace. Okay, so there he is, man. Rest in peace to him. He said, if I ever get chipped or die, my mama already know the 6 dudes that would have carried my casket are dead already. So he'd obviously lost a lot of friends to the streets. Said, I'm just trying to live before I die, if that makes sense. Said, if I get chipped or die, I don't even want a funeral. The people I really effed with knew what was up with me. Don't have no funeral for them fake-ass people and fake tears. Just post he was with us and is no longer here. Keep it simple. Okay, and it's just so sad to see people in the streets going through such serious situations, and life is just so harsh on them that it's like, bro, don't even worry, just keep it moving after I die. I know it's coming. It's sad to see, man, but that's the lifestyle a lot of guys are living.
I seen somebody the other day, bro. He was saying how, like, you can be born into some circumstances, right? But once you realize the circumstances you in, you gotta make the choice, bro. Right there. Like, I'm all in this, or I'm trying to make it out type shit. Rest in peace to him, bro.
Saying this dude put 5 bodies on the homies in 10 business days. Bro, a straight clown. I think they're talking about the Reddit poster who's making this post, okay? That's that. I'm not so sure. It says, how'd they get him that effing far? They sent everybody stay in Palmdale and Lancaster because it's cheap, so murders always happen out there, but they stem from LA. So he wasn't even staying out there. He was at a hotel pimping and ran into an enemy. It says the world is so huge and dudes like him would rather stay in a bubble and get caught up like this. It's shameful. It says, and y'all see how he put in IngleWood Families K. It stands for IngleWood Families Killer, and those are the ones that killed him. They're saying that that's the 60s main enemies. Okay, the IngleWood family gangsters. People saying, was it confirmed The guy on Reddit, people on Reddit are saying it, but look, I don't know for sure. All right, this is just what's been going around. Shady Blue 4 was a straight hitter. He knew what's coming with it when you living like that. Rest in peace. What's crazy, bro, was locked up in the same prison where his father at from 4 Deuce Gangster Crips doing life. Okay, it's really sad. So the thing is, right, when it comes to this, there was allegedly several get backs and revenge shootings that followed, allegedly, all right?
But what if the gang names, bro, was evidence of generational curses, bro? Just what if, bro?
So there was a few incidents that went down, all right? And I'll just break a few of them down for you, okay? Basically, there was an incident where IngleWood family, Gangsta Blood rapper, okay, one of the most famous people from over there, Frosty the Snowman, and another member called Baby Darby, they were apparently shot at while driving in a car in IngleWood, and unfortunately, Baby Darby ended up passing away from this incident. Frosty fortunately survived, but there's been a lot of reporting around it, and a lot of... I'll show you the news report, then I'll tell you what everyone on Reddit was saying about this. But this was a double shooting in IngleWood that injured 2 people. So, okay, Great American Block Party. So let me show you what was going down with this. If I can get this clips to load up. One sec. Is this working?
Well, more breaking news at this hour, this time in IngleWood, where police are investigating a double shooting. Desmond Shaw in Sky 2, live overhead with more. Des?
Yeah, Pat, we're here at La Brea near Centinela where the shooting took place. Looks like it's IngleWood PD and LAPD investigating this right on the border of LA and IngleWood. There was a shooting here. 2 people sent to the hospital in critical condition off to a local trauma center. And you see this car that crashed. Looks like it's involved in the crash. It's unclear if the people inside were shot or if that's a suspect vehicle. We don't have any information about a suspect being in custody, but 2 people had to be transported to the hospital. Pretty serious shooting here with La Brea shut down. Pat, back to you now in the studio.
All right, thank you, Des.
So it's a serious incident happening at La Brea and Centinela avenues, according to the
I remember that shooting too, bro. Well, when it hit the news type shit.
IngleWood Police Department. Both victims were shot. 1 did pass away. Now, this would all kind of go around on Reddit once the news and the information about the person that passed away was revealed. A lot of people online have implied that the crew behind the shooting was the Score Gang or the Rollin 60s, kind of that young generation of the Rollin 60s, okay? I'll just read you a little bit from this Reddit post and then you can make your own conclusions. So I don't want no one to say I'm doing nothing too hot. But they're saying this is Baby Darby from the IngleWood family Bloods who got killed allegedly by Rollin 60 neighborhood Crips. Frosty the Snowman was shot with him. The last 2 slides are the Rollin 60s. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. Listen, I don't know anything, right? People saying R.I.P. Darby. Darby was shot in the head. Frosty was shot in the arm. This all happened in 2021. So that's Darby. That's obviously the news that we already saw. They're saying Frosty the Snowman got on live on IG for the first time since being shot. He says he was almost paralyzed. Now, I've done a video previously where I was talking about this incident just in the midst of Frosty having...
Yeah, man, shout out Trapmore Ross. Speaking of Frosty, right?
Hey, Garb Nation, let them we Garb K. Fuck it. Yeah, them biggies up. I don't he said, nigga, neighborhood crib, 6th Street, we out here, broad daylight, 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, in the day, 6:00, what it don't matter. So we have to swap me. Ass. Oh, 6 up, ass. Well, I know 6 up, ass. Hey, where the f*** is that, cuz? Where the f*** is that, cuz? 6 up, say, what, murder gang? Damn, we need smoke. 6 up, ass. Hey, I need some white t-shirts on 6 on tank tops. Dead homies. I need some ones and twos and all that. Ass. On our way, no jump. Go beat up Munchie right now. 6 up, we couldn't see you, nigga. On hood, he can't. On hood. We couldn't see you, nigga. Don't lock the door. Dead homies, don't lock the door.
Saying they just about going everywhere looking for trouble, bro. You know? But shit, I do remember Frosty had did an infamous hood vlog up there, bro. Y'all let that shit go, bro. It ain't worth it, fool.
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho. for.